What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, Talking with Beauties. Today we're doing rankings of MLB City Connects. But first, before we get into any information about that, let's introduce the guest. Over there, Dodger uniform right there, we got Raphael. He's back.
Hi.
And next to him, we got Richard. He's first time on the podcast. Welcome, Richard.
Thanks for having me.
And Angel uniform in the middle, we got Kettler. He's been on, obviously, many times. Welcome back.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Then next to me, we got Josh Ortega. Josh, you were on the episode where we had Jeopardy. So it's been a while, but appreciate you coming back.
What's up?
And then next to me, we got Bryce. Obviously, you guys seen him. So he's back once again.
Hello.
Today, we are doing City Connects. So we're going to go ranking all 29 City Connects. Yes, 29. 28 teams. Dodgers have 2, so we're going to rate both of them. What we're going to be rating on is 5 points for uniform, 5 points for how well it represents the city for a combined score of 10 for each of us. Then combined score altogether for an average of a ratings. All right, you guys ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start off with the Boston Red Sox. So we got yellow and blue Boston Marathon themed uniform. The first team to debut City Connects. We are going based off of when they debuted on field. So we'll start off with Boston. So 5 points for uniform, 5 points for how well it represents the city. All right, Bryce, we'll start off with you. What do you get it?
2 on the uniform, and then a 4 on representation of the city.
All right, I give it a 3 on uniform, 5 on representation.
Okay.
Josh?
I put 1 on the uniform and 4 on representing a city, so 5.
All right. Keller?
I put a 2 on the uniform. It looks like the UCLA's crappy uniforms, honestly.
UCLA doesn't have a yellow jersey.
I know, but it's the colors of UCLA. I just don't really like it. And then represents the city's nice with the area code. We don't talk about Vanguard. And then so it's Uni's 2 and representative city's 4, so a total of 6.
All right, Richard, what do you got?
Gave it a 3 for uniform and 2 for representation. Total of 5.
All right, Rafa.
I went 2 and 2.
You just changed
You just changed it.
I wrote the 4.
Total of 4 there.
Just in case I didn't know how to add up. I got it right.
Insulting the talking with you.
All right, Jill. What is our collective score? So 5.6 for Boston. That's actually very low. Very surprised.
Yeah.
5.6.
Yeah,
So,
it's because of Josh.
so
That's not true.
we move on to Miami. Debuted in May. Celebrates the Cuban population. Also inspired by the AAA team out of Cuba in the 50s, early 60s.
I have the hat.
I don't like the hat.
I love the hat.
I like the jersey more than the hat.
Me too. I think the
hate
jersey
that.
I
looks
like the
better.
font of
You just hate the hat because I like the hat.
Bryce, we'll start off with you.
What
do we got
for
here?
The uniform, I got 3, and representing the city, 3.
All right,
So
total
total
of 6. I'm the same way. 3 and 3. Represent
You copied me.
for that. 6.
You just changed it.
Uniform, I got 5, and then for the city, 3, so 8.
I have the uniform at 2 and the represent city at 1, so I'm a total of 3.
Wow.
I'm at 7. The uni 3, the representation at 4.
I went 4 and 4. It's not a bad looking jersey, and there are a lot of Cubans over there in Miami, so I think it's good representation.
Okay. I think you're right, though. I think it's too bright of a uniform. Like that light blue on that bright red, it's asking too much of the 2 colors.
Well, a lot of things that people debate on is like different from the actual team's colors, and then that's just completely different. They don't have red.
Well, I'm okay with it not being the actual team colors. I just think it's too bright
Yeah.
for team colors.
I think if the jersey, I would like it a lot more if the jersey was black with like black jersey and like the stripes, the pinstripes be like red.
Yeah.
With the blue.
That's just too much like their current jersey because they have a black jersey.
Yeah. But I like it though. It's alright.
All right, Jill. What's our collective score?
6.3.
6.3. All right. That's a D rating. Wow. I don't think anyone's going to get high thinking about this.
Probably not.
But
I like the
6.3.
Pop-Tart jerseys.
Oh boy.
We'll get to those. All right.
Best.
All right, next uniform, we got Chicago. South Side is on the front with this gothic Fonts, I guess, kind of going with the hip hop and youth
Hip-hop.
culture in this one. So what do we think? Bryce, start it off. What do we got?
For uniform, I got 3. Just because I don't think the hat really goes with the jersey. And then representation 5, so 8.
For me, I got uniform as a 4. Repping the city, I got it as a 2 for 6.
I got 4 and 5, so 9.
I love the uni. I think it's nice,
Ah,
simple.
Jesus.
It's all black, which is really. I don't like the hat a lot, but otherwise, I still think it's a 5, and then also representative city's a 5, so that's 10 for me.
You think it reps the city pretty well?
Yeah, just the south side of Chicago.
There's more than Chicago.
I know, but they call it the south. They call it the south side of Chicago. Like,
Okay. All right. Richard.
I'm a little bit of a critic. I put a 1 for the uni and a 3 for the representation of the
1.
city. I say 1 because it reminds me of a adult softball league jersey, and I'm not the biggest fan of black and white.
Okay.
But it is White Sox,
No, I'm
so
okay.
I can
with
see
that.
it. I can see it.
I'm not the biggest fan of like.
Rafa,
White
what do you
Sox
got?
jerseys.
I also did a 5 and 5. I like the jersey, and I just give it a 5. It's the south side, I guess.
Okay.
All right. Joe, what's our collective score up there?
this one's better.
7.8. So that's a C, high C. Not bad, actually.
You
All right.
can round that one.
We could. We're probably not going to. All right, Chicago Cubs.
Ooh.
This represents the city flag and Wrigleyville, which is the neighborhood around the ballpark.
Okay. I like these a lot.
All right, Bryce, start it off.
I did 4 for uniform and 5 for representation for 9.
For me, I got 4 and 4 for 8.
I got 3 and 4, 7.
I got 4 for the uni and 4 for representative city, so a total of 8.
I got 5 for uni and 4 for representation.
All right, Rafa?
Total of 9.
Oh, I'm changing it a little.
When they have more baby blue in it, like with the undersleeve and stuff, and the cleats, I think it makes it look better.
I did 3s.
3s.
Not my favorite jersey.
Yeah, I
I think
actually
it's better
like,
than the White Sox.
like what you just said. I like the baby blue accents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that not in the uniform makes it look better, like his
Right. It
undershirts and
does.
stuff like that.
I do
Um,
wish they had more red, like only on the hat,
Maybe a little bit like red pinstripe or something like that around the numbers
or
or,
just
something
like
like that.
outlining the or like the on the pants. I don't know.
Well,
I
it
can
just
see that.
goes
A
with the
little bit of
W for the Chicago flag. It's just a simple white font, so they're not doing there's no red on that, I believe.
Well, the city flag does have red in it, so I'm surprised they didn't
True.
incorporate that a
True.
little bit more since they said it's supposed to kind of look like the city or represent the city flag, but
All these City Connects, they have like some dumb thing or in the
Who's
back.
designing these jerseys?
Fanatics in there.
No,
Or,
Nike.
Not this one, but Nike does for that. But some of them have like a writing in the back or something that connects to the city, but you can't ever see it, so it's kind of dumb sometimes.
yeah.
Like they have an area code and then caller or something. It's like, who sees that? Or like the laundry tag right here, like for this, and almost every single one has some representation to a city, but you can't see it when you're playing. So
Yeah.
Jill, collective score.
7.8.
Okay, 7.8.
Okay.
That's actually surprising. I thought it was gonna be higher based off of our scores,
Yeah.
but 7.8, same as Chicago, right? The other Chicago White Sox.
I don't think some of these guys see how bad the newer ones are.
We'll get there.
The new ones suck.
All right, Arizona Diamondbacks. These are Hispanic culture representation here, obviously with the writing on the front. Gold represents the desert in this one. All right, Bryce, start it off.
It's gonna be low. So 2 for uniform and 3 for representation, so 5.
Oh man, I don't know why. I like these a lot.
You
5
don't
and
know why?
5.
You don't know why?
It might be because I lived there for most of the
I
year.
think that's why. Dude.
But
Wow.
I think it looks good. I actually liked the gold pants a little bit more than the white pants. I think it's the only thing that's bad
I
about
think it would
these.
look better.
But overall,
Yeah.
Gold pants.
With the little pants.
overall, I think they look pretty solid. But
Cool pants.
we'll move on,
I
Josh.
put 1 and 4, so 5.
The uniform's a 3 for me, and then representation's a 4. I just don't like the uniform that much. It's too yellow.
For myself, I put a uniform at 4, representation at 2, for a total of 6. I like it. Looks clean.
I also did 3 and 4. I like the hats. Just the jerseys they're all right. And representation, I mean, I don't really know about that.
I will say it probably could be better for sure.
Yeah.
Representation, like in the uniform itself.
Yeah.
The story behind it's fine, but in the uniform, it's not really there enough. But I think the colors are good. It contrasts what they also wear on the field. So I think it's just different.
What's on the right of the sleeve? Is that the
That's
Arizona
the-
logo? Or
yeah,
it's
the
the Arizona
logo.
flag, right?
It's the normal A logo on that side, and then the Arizona
Yeah.
state flag, which I think is one of the best flags.
They should have incorporated the flag.
I think it looks
Pretty
clean. I think it
biased.
looks
Yeah,
clean.
that's
That's probably
Just
biased
move
for
there,
sure.
bro, come on.
I think California and Arizona have the best state flags, but that's definitely biased. But anyways, we'll move on. San Francisco. This represents the famous fog. Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
huh.
the last
Yeah, we did. Collect a score.
6.6.
Ooh.
Yikes! All right, then we'll move on. San Francisco. This represents the fog that is seen all over San Francisco in the mornings and stuff like that. Also has the Golden Gate Bridge logo on the side, obviously representing the Golden Gate Bridge. All right, Bryce, start off.
2 for uniform, 3 for representation.
1 for uniform, 2 for representation.
I got 2 for uniform, 4 for representation, 6.
I got 2 for uniform and 4 for representation. I really like the fog design of it and the Golden Gate. I just don't like the orange. It's just way too orange for me.
Yeah, I'm a critic of it. I put 1 for uniform, 2 for representation. I think the orange and gray, it's kind of too off-putting. It looks like they work for Caltrans or something. But it looks pretty.
Yeah,
It does.
that's very true.
Yeah.
And the hat's even brighter in person. Like, it's insane.
The cars slow down when they see it.
Yeah. It's like you're a hunter. Like, it's bright as heck.
Yeah.
I give a 2 for the uni and 5 for representation. Yeah, I don't like that bright orange.
What?
The bright orange and white. I feel like they could have picked another like a better color scheme
Yeah,
Yeah.
and why the
instead of
fog?
just white
Yeah.
and
Well,
orange.
it's so foggy always.
But okay, like
and windy, so.
I'm okay
To
with
put- to put it on a
the
jersey?
idea of the fog, but you lose the whole idea of like the numbers itself, the logo
Yeah.
on the front. It's hard to
Yeah.
see. That orange and white, the orange is too bright. You got to
It's
go
too
with the dark and orange if anything. So you got to change the shade of orange, or you got to contrast it with black because the silver does not pop at all in this uniform.
exactly,
So-
yeah.
I would have done more red,
I was
or,
gonna say
like,
that too.
or the Golden Gate Bridge type of thing. I
Red?
know that would look weird, but like, if you're doing the Golden Gate Bridge, like,
I mean, I get it, but
isn't it red?
Yes,
Or-
it
no,
is.
shit, dumb, right? I'm like, I thought it was
For
red.
the Golden Gate Bridge, right?
It's not gold.
Should have been gold.
It's not gold. It's
The
red.
Golden Gate Bridge.
collect a score. I keep forgetting. My bad. Collect a score.
5.
Just a solid 5.
These are ugly.
Yikes. All right.
These are.
LA Dodger uniforms. The first run of the
Oh.
Dodgers. Pretty much all blue uniform. Says Los Dodgers on the front. A little bit of black on the sleeves. Callback to the Hispanic and Latino fan base. All right, Bryce, start it off.
2 for uniform and 3 for representation. So 5. I just don't like blue pants.
I'm a 4 and a 1. 4 for uniform, 1 for repping.
Gosh.
I actually like the blue pants. I know
Oh
I'm in the
my
minority, but I think the
gosh.
blue pants actually looks really cool. The hat is just an abomination. I think that's too much text on the hat.
Abomination.
You look like blueberries out there.
I love it. I think it looks great.
I put 5 out of 5. 5 and 5 for both. So 10. Jesus, the best one I've seen.
Gee, are you serious? That's so biased. All right, I'm a 1 and 1.
They just
It's I
That's
think-
also biased.
No, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's also
I
biased.
would change my answer if you put when they modified it, when they put the LA with the black brim and then they put the white pants on. I like that better. That's like a 2 or 3 for
But
the
that's
uniform.
not the original one.
But that's so the
That's
Dodgers
what
technically
we
got
got
3 City Connects because they modified this one too because they hated this one.
talking
So
about
They
this
just,
jersey.
they just can't
it
get
is
it
this
right.
jersey. It is
talking about
this
this
jersey.
jersey.
It is this jersey. They
Wait, so
wore
we're
that-
talking about this one?
They wore
Obviously,
that
white
jersey
pants.
and then they got a different hat because they hated this hat so much.
So I gave uniform 1 and representation 4. I put the representation high because there are a lot of Mexican Dodger fans. But the uniforms, I don't like the blue belt with blue pants and then the blue.
Hey, real quick before we move on, who are Dodger fans in this group?
I would say maybe
Okay, yeah, the dark ones. All
the
right?
dark ones.
You're gonna keep that in. Yeah, you're gonna keep that in though.
He's gonna keep that in there.
Okay. I went with the 1 and 2. Honestly, I feel like they missed their chance right there. They could have done like Los Doyers to represent the Latino fan base even more. But
No, I was
Hat's
just gonna say
ugly.
that.
all
Doyers.
blue is not good.
Don't they remind you of when the Astros put Los in front of the uniforms and call it good for like the Hispanic nights and stuff like that?
The Reds did it too.
Yeah, but that sounds better than Los Dodgers.
That's
Yeah.
true, but that's what it reminded me of when I first saw this. I was like, they just slapped Los in front of the uniform, changed the color, and called it good.
They should do Los.
Because there's
and
not much to
Instead
it.
of Dodgers,
Well, I mean, the
said
Angels are
Doyers.
the Los Angeles Angels. It's not-
Should've put
Of Anaheim. Of Anaheim.
No,
Yeah, because that makes sense.
Well, I just don't like. There's so much writing also on a hat. Like
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
want a
Yeah.
logo, not an
No, I agree
entire
with that.
word
Yeah,
and a whole.
it's
Or
nice.
chicken.
Cock.
Cock.
You got a cock on your head.
Joe, collective score.
5.
5. Okay. All right. Washington Nationals. Cherry Blossom is the big inspiration on this, obviously, for the DC area. Big cherry blossom stuff. WSH is on the front, abbreviation for Washington.
Can we give zeros or no?
Yeah, you give zeros.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Zero for this?
I'm gonna give the Dodgers 1-0 then.
Oh wow. That's because you hate them.
The uniform part of it.
All right, Bryce, start off.
2 and 2, so 4.
2.
I like the hat.
That is nice.
5 and 4 for me for 9 total. I think the uniform actually looks really clean. I like the colors. It complements each other really well. And I think it's better than San Francisco when it came with the similar color palette, just like in the shade of it kind of
that's
thing.
enough.
So. Joe.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I put 3 and 2, so 5. I just don't like the abbreviation.
Miles hates me on this, but I don't like gray as a home team jersey.
Who
Because
cares?
Gray is supposed to be away, and that's what makes me one is a uniform and one is a representation as well. So I like that some teams have been wearing their City Connects as aways now when they're not white jerseys, but I don't like gray as a home jersey. I think it's dumb.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. I gave the uniforms a 2 and the representation a 1 for a total of 3. I just don't like the gray, and when I think of Washington, I don't think of cherry blossoms at all.
Yeah.
So that's why I give it a 1 for representation.
Yeah. I give it 2 and a 3. Yeah, I don't really like the jerseys. Like how Josh said, the WSH. I don't really like that much. Other than that, the colors are pretty nice. I do like the cherry blossom. I feel like it mixes well with the gray. And the representation, I mean, it's the capital. I feel like you should have something more of that, like more American, I guess.
But their whole uniforms are American.
They are.
So to them to go a different route,
Mhm.
it's kind of surprising that they were able to make that a whole uniform. That's how I see it.
I do like how their new jerseys or their new hats has the capital in it, like the white face with the
Yeah.
capital in it. I like that hat, but that's of course not the City Connect hat we're talking about. Go ahead.
It just looks washed out to me.
Wow.
I don't know,
Ah.
like the gray and white.
I see
like,
what you mean.
It doesn't pop as much. But that's just my.
Well, aren't they? I've heard a rumor that there might be abandoning them after this year.
Yeah. That, I think they're the only team that's announced that they're not going to be wearing these once
Yeah.
everybody has them released. So this is the last year of these. So we're not going to
Correct.
see these again.
Correct. Which I think is also dumb. If you get a jersey, might as well wear it. You know.
Well, they've had them for almost the longest.
Yeah.
They're up top with the other team, so I'm not surprised they're going to get rid of them. It doesn't match their color palettes.
It doesn't.
So, Jill, collective score
4.6.
Ouch.
4.6 for Washington. That's rough. All right, we'll move on. Houston. These are obviously space themed with space fonts, is what they're calling it. NASA inspired because of the Houston area. All right, Bryce, start off.
3 for uniform, 5 for representation.
Interesting.
I got 4 and 4 for 8.
I got 2 and 5 for 7.
I actually really like these jerseys. I'm a 5 and 5. I think it's a space city. They incorporate that. You're the Astros, of course, part of the space, and I think it's just a clean blue and blue.
Yeah, I'm right there with Eric. 4 and 4. I like it's a good balance. I like the shade of blue they have, and the orange really helps the jersey to pop. And I think it's unique with the font. I really like the font. So yeah.
The hat's really nice also. It's not showing, but it's a Houston, and then it has all the
Yeah.
stars wrapping around.
That's
oh,
right
it's
there.
right here.
Yeah.
Right here. So this is the hat. I like the hat a lot.
Yeah, I think the hat looks really good. I
Yeah,
like the
tiny.
Astros on the side too.
Yeah.
I think that looks clean.
Yeah.
Should I get mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I got fours. I actually kind of like them. Yeah, Space City. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's not much wrong with this,
They
honestly.
look better with the orange belt than the blue belt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Why does Bregman have a
I don't
blue
like
belt
when
then?
players they're not in
That's
uniform.
better.
With socks as well, they wear like different socks. Some wear the ones with the logo, some don't. I don't like
They
that.
can do whatever they want.
I know they can. It's just frustrating because it's a uniform.
Jill, collect your score.
I like his cleats though.
There goes the light.
Oh, it went out?
No, it's not bad. 8.1.
That's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
Pretty high. I think it's the highest score we've gotten, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Highest score we've gotten. So Houston's leading the pack right now for us. We'll move on. Kansas City. This represents somehow the Kansas City flag. I'm not sure what that looks like actually though. The fountains also are represented in the logo in this one. They have fountains
They
in the
found
outfield.
in the outfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's represented in the logo. Start it off, Bryce.
2 and 2 for floor.
I got 5 and 1. 5 for uniform, 1 for rep the city.
I got 2 and 3 for 5.
I got 3 and 2 for 5. I don't really like the. I don't know. I wish they had blue pants as well. I know that's an unpopular take, but if they would look like the Cubs one a lot, but yeah.
I got 5 and 5 at first 10. I really like the.
Wow.
I really like the balance of it. I really like the scheme, the color scheme, and thinking about representation. I don't really know a lot that represents the city, but if it's representing the flag, then why not? I just like the uniform a lot.
4 and 3.
Yeah, actually, I think this is one of my favorite like top hats. I like that logo a lot on the front, and I actually really like the logo on the arm too. That old school looking Royals logo. I don't know if it is exactly an old school logo or it just has the feel of it, but I think it looks really good. So yeah, I like the uniform a lot in this one. Joe, collective score.
6.1.
6.1. 6.1. All right, we'll pause right now for Richard.
A little break.
This is
Like a
Colorado
peace sign.
Rockies. City Connect represents the license plate and obviously the Rocky Mountains with the mountain range on the front and the back of the uniform. The colors also come from the license plate. All right, Bryce, start off.
3 and 4 for 7.
I got 4 and 4 for 8.
I got 3 and 5 for 8.
I have 3 and 4 for 7. I like how now that I know it's not the jerseys photo, but they wear the white pants now, not green pants, and I think it looks better with white pants than green pants.
No, I was gonna say that
Really?
after. I think it looks better like this.
I don't know that it's something where I wish there was more on the hat. Sometimes on some of these hats, like they have the side patch or something, and I wish that hat had something inside on the side patch, but other than that.
I give it a 4 and 4 for 8. I like the boldness of it. Reminds me of like a college jersey a little bit. It looks fun, but the green, I think if they probably would have done like a blue or like a dark, maybe the purple. But it's pretty solid. I like it. And representation of the city. I like the hat a lot, how it does represent. But that's it.
Bravo.
I also give it 4s. I like the outline of the mountains, and then the hat's pretty nice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only problem with this uniform is the back of the uniform. The numbers would be hard to read if you're at the stadium.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's probably the only gripe I have on these. But I really like the whole green going up to the mountains and then white at the top.
But it's like it's a state representation, not a city.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of these are states when it comes to at the end of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Collect the score.
What was that?
7.6.
7.6. Pretty good for Colorado. All right.
I'm surprised that's actually pretty high.
We move on. Oh, Los Angeles Angels.
I actually don't.
This represents the beach city
Do we have
of
to give
supposedly
it
Anna.
Can we just let him talk about it?
You want to stand up?
You want to stand up?
It's got a fishtail flourish font, whatever that's supposed to mean. Beach inspired uniform.
Yeah, here's the hat.
I wonder if you got it.
Cool.
You want to put it on for us?
You want me to put the hat on?
No, I don't want you to put that.
7 to 3 8. Jeez.
What, you saying I have a big head or something like that? 7 3/8? That's
I have a 7 and a
that's
quarter.
normal. That's tiny.
No,
It's average.
That's not
7 1/4's average.
Seven,
No,
7
no,
3/8 is
no.
a big hat.
7 3/8. I find it
5 inches
everywhere.
was average.
Yeah, because nobody has that size head.
No, dude,
7 and a quarter is 7 and 8 are always sold out.
that's common.
That, yeah.
7 3/8 is common.
No.
7 3/8 hat.
Let me get the surfboard down here.
What does it represent?
The beach city,
The
like Orange
beach.
County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Anaheim's.
Or the
Yeah,
Anaheim,
supposedly
actual
Anaheim,
Anaheim
The LA River.
I think you already know what we were gonna say.
The Anaheim River.
All right, Bryce, start off.
4 and 2 for 6.
You got 5 and 2 for
Yeah.
7.
I put 3 for 6. It's not bad. I just don't think it looks like the beach inspired.
I'm 5 and 2, total of 7. I really like just the beach. It's a different hat, on-field hat. That was the biggest thing as an Angel fan for years. We didn't have a different on-field hat, so that made it. And then a new helmet. I like the numbers in the front. That represents like a lifeguard box. That's that. And then there's the surfboard is on the sleeve here, and then also on the.
Yours doesn't have the.
Mine doesn't have the no.
Yeah.
So,
Chicken doesn't make sense.
but yeah. I mean, here's the hat. So, and it's just a fatter logo as well, which I don't like the logo as much, but it's just a different on-field hat. So,
I give it 4 and 2 for a total of 6. I like the jerseys. Kind of feels vintage. I kind of like the off-white kind of cream look going on. The font's pretty fun. For the representation, I wish they could do a little bit more. If they're trying to like represent the beach, I'll probably incorporate the surfboard and the jersey itself,
Yeah.
not hide it, you know. But I really like how the numbers displayed on the front. It looks really, really unbalanced. So yeah.
Oh, I did a. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I did a 4 and 0.
0.
Yeah. I just feel like the representation is just.
I will
They
agree.
don't even know where they're from.
I will say this.
You don't know where
They
they're
don't know.
This is the first uniform since like I think the 70s that said Los Angeles on the uniform,
California.
which is impressive that they actually put Los Angeles on the
Yeah,
uniform.
it says right here, Los Angeles.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Pretty
a
cool.
beach in Los Angeles.
yeah, so I don't know.
That makes sense.
I wish they said Halos on it. You know, because that's a nickname of. I know it. I don't know.
That's nothing to do with the beach.
Yeah, it does not have
doesn't.
anything to do with the
I know,
beach,
but they put like Southside on a jersey, you know, so like Halos is like our nickname, so that
Why
would
should
be
this
cool.
is Mike Trout, to be honest?
It should just say Mike Trout, huh? Just Mike Trout. Everyone's wearing 27 on this uniform.
Yay.
Collective score, Joe.
6.
6. Straight up 6. All right, we'll move on. Milwaukee. They actually use their nickname that we just talked about, Brew Crew on the front.
Yeah.
Actually represents tailgating in the fan base.
Yeah.
Not sure if this is a big
That's
tailgating
crazy.
really team, but I guess the Milwaukee area might
Milwaukee is,
be.
yeah.
So.
Or Wisconsin is, yeah.
What's the hat?
It says MKE, I
Yeah,
think it
so
says.
it's MKE on the front, but in like a really thin striping. It's got like a 414,
Look it up, yeah.
which is the area code of Milwaukee.
It's
So-
not that nice at all, in my opinion, the hat. Does this one has a side patch that has the
Barbecue.
barbecuing, right?
Yeah.
I like that aspect
You
of it.
kind of see it right there.
Yeah, it's on Santana's patch.
All right, Bryce, start it off.
Okay, I got a 3 and 5 for 8.
Wow.
I
How
got-
is it connected to the city so much, in your opinion?
And it says tailgating fans. Who doesn't love tailgating?
I understand. Okay.
That's a good
Whatever.
point.
Yeah, well,
I got 1 and 1. Not enough.
Tailgate.
Not enough for me. Just all in together.
Put 3 and 5 for 8 also.
Yeah, I come with Josh's.
I'm 3 and 1. I don't like the hat at all. But I do like the baby blue, and it doesn't represent the city.
I gave it a 2 for uni and 5 for representation. I think the hat ruins it for me. I really like the front though of the Brew Crew. It's kind of cool. It pops. But I like the representation because it's actually representing the fans. And I bet in Milwaukee there's not much to do except drink, tailgate, and go to the games. So that's what I really like, that they're kind of owning up to the nickname too. Brew Crew. It's pretty cool.
I gave it 3s.
Cool.
Collective score, Jill.
5.8.
right, from Milwaukee. All right, move on. San Diego Padres. We have California imagery here. Baja Peninsula color
Yes.
representation here. Very in-your-face uniform here.
I think I
Yeah.
like it better.
No, these are not a joke.
I like it better with the yellow belt than the pink belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a Miami jersey. I get Miami feels from it.
It's Tijuana. Like that's that type of. That's what they connected to that area.
Yeah, well, Tijuana's not in California, Kettler.
It's pretty close to the border. Well, they had the Cuban for the Marlins, so it's the same like. connection.
Like a Miami Vice.
All right, Bryce, start it off.
2 and 2 for 4. I think the accessories that they have are pretty cool though. That match that.
Same thing, 2 and 2 for me.
I put 0 and 3.
Put 1 and 3 for 4. They're just not that nice.
I put 2 and 1 for 3. I think they're cool, they're fun, but I would not want to put it on. It looks fun, like
I wouldn't want to put it on.
it looks pretty cool, but the representation, I don't think you really see any people wearing those colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
Especially
look.
in San Diego.
They look dumb. In my. It doesn't match the Padres
It looks
at
like
all.
those
Yeah, it
highlights.
doesn't.
You know, like those highlighters. That's like it's like
The, all the
3 in 1.
different
like-
tabs. Yeah.
like-
yeah. It's.
They should have done
looks
something
like
with
sorbet.
like the Navy base. Like how there's so much
Oh,
yeah.
military.
That would have been.
I do like that they wear that
Oh,
every Sunday
anything would
though.
have been better.
Yeah.
They could have done
They
beach
could have
suit.
done. They could have done something probably
Uh-huh.
pretty cool.
Camp Pendleton.
I went with the 0 and 3 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
They're gross.
Collective score,
3.5.
3.5. Did you know that? Like,
No, I just guessed.
Calculated.
No, he can't go it.
all right, we move on. Atlanta Braves. These are Hank Aaron uniform inspired, like his time era, what he wore. But they still had the modernized A version or A logo on their uniform.
That's all they did to it?
Yep.
All right, Bryce, start. Oh wait, Richard, you need more time?
Yeah, I need more time. You guys are so
Don't worry, Kelly will
opinionated.
talk a while. So. I got 5 and 5, so 10. I just think they're pretty plain.
I got 5 and 3. I just need more representation of Atlanta, but I think the uniform looks really good.
You want to put a Waffle House? Waffle House logo?
Put a Hellcat. Put a Hellcat right there. On top of that.
I got 3 and 3, so 6.
I put 0 and 1.
Logo.
I'm at 0 and 1. I think
0 and
I think
1?
the uniform is terrible
What?
because it's literally they have the retro jersey and they don't and so this one is just a big A instead of a little A. And I like the side patch. It's the only thing I like because I have an old Braves hat with that side patch. But other than
You
that,
should have gave them at least a 1.
and they got a 1 in the representing the city, so a total of 1.
I give the uniform a 3 and the representation a 1 for a total of 4. I like the jersey. I think it's pretty solid, but it's not unique. It's nothing special. It just looks like a retro jersey.
It
Just
is
like
a retro jersey.
Yeah, it is, but just with a new logo. And the representation, I don't see how it represents Atlanta at all. It's just a nice jersey.
I think they just wanted an excuse to wear their retro jersey more often, and so they.
Well, they had to
picked
drop
that.
their retro jersey
Right,
for that.
that's what I'm
uniform,
saying. So I think they liked their retro so much that they just made it their City Connect.
All right, bro. 3 times.
I did a 5 and 3. I honestly really like the uniforms. I'm not sure what would represent Atlanta, but I feel like
Yeah,
it's not really.
I'm not sure
representing
what would-
it. Yes.
I'm not sure what else would represent
Okay.
Atlanta, but I think the uniform does look really nice. Jill, collective score
6.1.
6.1. Kelly, you
Better
kind of
than
messed up our
Angels.
average there.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, Texas Rangers, Lone Star State history uniform, pretty much. Got a lot of like Texas independence in here. Old English font on the front and the back of the uniform. No names on the back, actually. And the side logo is a combination of 2 teams that played there: the Dallas Eagles and the Fort Worth Panthers. All right, Bryce, start it off.
3 and 5, so 8.
I got 4 and 5. I think it does really well with the representation.
1 and 2, so 3.
I have a uniform at 2 and the represent city at 2. I think the jersey itself looks even worse for a fan in the front because they don't have a number on the front. It's literally just a TX, and I just don't like the jersey at all.
What do you mean? There's no.
As a consumer, you can't before this year, you couldn't buy that uniform with the 32 on the front.
Like you know the Angel one, how it had the number. That's the same. It doesn't. I don't have the number. They don't have the number as the fan. So
Why? It's just
Yeah,
a nice
it's just
thing.
a more authentic thing. Unless you buy the on-field one that they
Yeah.
wore and sell it for like $600.
That seems kind of
I really like it. I give it a 10. 5.5. I really like the colors. I love those pants. They look kind of sexy. I like how they really try to, give ode to the Panthers and the Eagles. But I really like the colors. I really like the white. It's kind of like the Angel one. It kind of reminds me of that same.
The cream.
The cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I went with the 5 and 4. I think they're good-looking jerseys, and I like the font.
They're
I think
sharp.
the fonts are really nice. Something different. You don't see that often. And yeah.
That's the one so far that I might actually want to buy that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hat.
Wow, really?
No, the hat is cool. I like the hat.
Does it have the Panther logo on the side
No.
of the hat?
I don't think
Oh
so.
no, it has the
It
four-star
has-
2-1.
yes,
21,
yeah.
which is the independence of Texas, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I give that one a thumbs up.
Jill, collective score.
My first to go.
7.1. Okay. All right, we move on to Seattle, where we got a Seattle Pilots inspired uniform.
Oh.
I think on the side happens to do with some sort of like old Pilots logo. I could be wrong on that. I'll fact check myself up top. And then also represents the Seattle Steelhead Negro League that played up there, which I think
What?
Kettler might not really like that representation.
Excuse me.
But what do you think?
I got 4 and 5.
4 and 5. I actually got 5 and 5. I think this does really well on colors. Balance looks really good. I like that yellow on that blue. I think the black actually incorporates really well, especially in the pants too. So I really like this. 5 and 5.
I got 4 and 2, so
Wish the pants were blue.
6. Yeah.
I got 5 and 2. I really like the uniforms. The darker blue is really nice in the hat. I don't like the representative city as much. 7.
I just changed my score. These guys are really convincing.
You saw the black pants?
Yeah, the black pants. I like the black pants. It's really sharp, really bold. I give it a 6 in total. And the representation is pretty cool. But not. I don't think it really represents the city as much on the jersey itself. And the hat, it's all right. It's all right. But
Like the older.
I give it a 2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Yeah.
for a total of what?
6.
Okay. This one.
Yeah, actually, this
Jeez,
hat,
Hunter.
I actually really like this hat. The black bill
It's in my
looks
neck,
good.
my
It's
leg.
it's one of the few that I don't have that I actually want to go out and get when it comes to City Connects. So,
Yeah, you almost stepped on the dog when you left.
collective score, Joe.
Oh, that's good, huh? I forgot.
7.1. Wow, that's kind of surprising.
Or what? No, we had an 8, right?
Joe, what's going on with our ranking here? What do we got at the
I
top?
think the Astros is 1.
Astros might be
I
the
think
top.
they might.
Whatever was the ninth one.
Oh.
Not writing the actual names.
Oh, well.
Oh.
You're fired.
We'll go back.
we got the order right, so just keep it in order and we'll be good. Thank you, Jill, though, for participating, even though you didn't have much choice in this one. All right, next we got Cincinnati Reds. It's actually not a past uniform. It is more of what they think the future would look like of Cincinnati. So this is a modernized what the future could look like with Cincinnati. Black uniform, revamped C logo on the front of the uniform. It says Cincy across the front, obviously nickname for the city. But yeah, interesting way to go for the City Connect.
There's not much connecting to the city, right? Like it's literally just like the old Reds.
It's not
It's the
the
future.
Because
the
the
future.
well, the
yeah.
hat is their
We're
older
looking in the
type.
future.
But
He
it's the
literally
future.
said the future.
I know,
The
but
future. It's what they think Cincinnati will be like in the future.
Black?
and then they have that like it's like kind of
No.
it's like a dotted logo on the sleeve. I know that. It's like a dotted C.
It's the same logo as the hat, though.
No, it's a little different. I thought.
No,
Same
same logo.
Oh, okay. Well, I like it better on the hat than the helmet for sure.
All right, Bryce, start off.
I got 2 and 2, so 4.
I got 5 and 1 for 6.
Josh, you're up.
Good to see Josh is ready for this.
No, 4, 4, so 8.
I get the uniform as a 4 and represents the city as a 1 for 5. This is all they do now with the newer jerseys you'll see later, they're all like they just go black on black and stuff like that. But this is like one of the first black on black, so I like this one a lot better.
I don't like this uniform at all. I'm gonna give it a 1 and a 2 for representation, for a total of 3. Not the biggest fan of the C. It just doesn't look nice in my eyes. But the black, there's a lot of other jerseys that kind of look like this. I think it's not the nicest out of the bunch.
I give it a 4 and a 2. I don't really see how much it represents Cincinnati. 6. Represents 6.
Yeah.
I like the font, like the outlines. It really makes it
that too.
pop out
I like
a
that
lot.
too.
Yeah.
I feel like it looked better if they had a red belt though, instead of just all black.
Yeah, I can see that too. Kind of, it would work with the pinstripe, or not the pinstripe, the cuffing on the sleeves.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's hard to represent the city when you don't know what the city's actually gonna look like. So it's just a lot of what do we think it's gonna look
Kinda
like
just guessing,
as a
yeah.
modernized. Yeah. So that's the only probably knock for most
The
of us. Really.
Cincy is also like you were saying earlier about the Rockies jersey. It's hard to see it as a fan in
Yeah.
the distance. You can see the 27, but still that one's a little bit easier because it has a darker red and a darker white. But the Cincy, you can barely see it from afar.
And that red, it's like a hot pink, huh?
I think it's the TV.
I think it is a really bright red, but it might be the TV
Yeah.
because it is more red.
It's more red.
I said it looks pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks a little hot.
The TV has a little bit of a pink hue, but it's
Collective score
5.3.
ooh.
5.3. Wow. Okay.
All right, I got 3 and 2, so 5.
I got 2 and 2 for 4.
I got 2 and 1, so 3.
I got 2 and 1 for 3. They're too simple. The word art.
I got 2 and 1 for 3 as well.
I got 1s.
Yeah.
Then 2.
Collective score, Jill.
When it says color represents the neighbors,
Did I get the
I
actual?
think it's this color. This like
so it's not the black uniform.
no.
Okay.
Okay, 2.8.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
probably
2.8.
right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 2.8. That's definitely the lowest
Color
score
represents
collectively.
neighbors.
All right, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Gross.
This is Steel City and actually medicine technology inspired uniform. Bridges are also a big part of Pittsburgh, which is kind of seen up close. We can't see this in the picture right now, but it has like a cool pattern within the jersey itself, representing the steel of the bridges and stuff like that. So bridge is in the font as well.
There's
More
like
of
just
like so-
patterns in the jersey
Yeah.
that makes it look like a
No, you turned
Like
it.
a bridge.
yeah.
Spoiler.
All right, Bryce, start off.
I got 3 and 5 for 8. Oh,
sorry.
3 and 5 for 8 as well.
3 and 3
Speak.
for 6. 3 and 3 for 6.
I have uniform 2 and represent the city 3. I don't like the PGH at all. And when they wear the helmet, they also have PGH on it, and I just don't like that. I do like that they used to have an old hat like that and the whole jersey like that. And they had the stripes on them and stuff. I like that, so that's what makes it kind of like those jerseys. But overall, it's still a 5.
For myself, I give it 5 for uniform and 3 for representation, for a total of 8. I like it. It pops, looks balanced, it looks clean, and yeah, for the representation, I don't really see it a lot on the jersey itself, so it's pretty average.
I give it a 3 and 4.
We move on. Philadelphia. This represents the city flag, plus a lot of like the city motto and things like that, with the patch on the side saying "City of Brotherly Love," and love is spelled out with the O being the Liberty Bell. So that's also incorporated in the uniform here. The font, I'm not sure what the font is. I don't know if it's Old English or it comes from like the documents from like the Declaration of Independence kind of look.
I think
But that's what I would make out of it for that. So all right, Bryce, start off.
5 and 5, so 10. I think it would look really cool if it was red instead of blue though.
Yeah, I saw
I
that
think that
that
looks sick.
that one on Instagram
Yeah.
that somebody did. It actually looked really good. But I also got 5 and 5. I think it does really well with representing the city, and I think the colors actually look really well going into the parents.
I also got 5 and 5, so 10 is probably my favorite overall so far.
I got a 4 out of 5. I really like the hat. Wow. Sorry. I really like the hat. I know it's not have anything to do with the city. I do wish they had like a Philly Fanatic jersey for something though, but I know this really connects to the Philly and the town. So for that, I'd still give it a 9.
I give it a 2 and a 4. 2 and a 4 for total of 6. I like the hat a lot more than the uniform itself. The font kind of throws it off, and the representation of the city is pretty unique, especially with the hat and the motto. Sure. Yeah.
Give it a 4 and 5 for 9.
Cool.
Collective score
That's probably
9.
9. Wow, that's like a landslide winning right now.
No, it's tied with
No, Houston's lower.
Houston, I think, was like
8.1, right?
so 8.1. Yeah. All right, we got the New York Mets. This is representing the Queensboro Bridge.
Borough.
Jesus.
Queensboro.
Queensboro Bridge. Can't speak. That is represented on the hat and the helmet right there. This also, the color comes from being called the concrete jungle. There's a little bit of purple in there, Richard. I know you can't see it very much, but a little bit of purple in the side patch logo right there and the Nike swoosh on the front. All right, Bryce, start off.
2 and 3 for 5.
I got 1 and 4 for 5.
I got 3 and 3 for 6.
I have 0 and 2 for 2. I really think the jersey looks like it's made out of wool. Like it looks gross in my opinion. Especially this picture doesn't actually make it look like it, but when you
That's cool.
the hats are cool and they have the bridge around it. I think it's a little busy, but I don't like the jersey at all.
I give the uniform.
And it's gray. I'm sorry. It's gray at a home jersey as well. So that's another. I hated that before, and I'll hate it again. So
Yeah, I gave the uniform a 1 and the representation a 3. I'm not the biggest fan of gray on jerseys, and it just doesn't look special at all. It doesn't pop at all. I like the representation a little bit because New York is kind of a busy place. A lot of gray. I like the bridge on the helmet. So yeah.
I give it a 2 and 3. I really don't like the jersey or anything about it. The NYC kind of reminds me a little more of like a Yankees jersey more than an actual Mets jersey.
Is it because of the font?
Yeah, I think it's because of the font.
It reminds me of a Brooklyn Dodgers a little bit.
Oh yeah.
it just looks so vintage. It just looks so vintage.
Yeah, nothing's really flowing with it.
Collective score, Joe.
4.5.
4.5?
From a 9 to that.
4.5. All right, we got Tampa Bay Rays. This is introducing like skateboarding culture of the Tampa Bay area, and the colors come from like graffiti that is seen on buildings, obviously in the area. I know you guys can't see it very well, but on the pants right there is a skateboarding
Ray.
devil ray right there. I mean, that thing is like the best logo I've ever seen before. I think it looks awesome. So I just had to include that. But what do you guys think? All right, Bryce, start it off.
I got 4 and 3. I think if the logo on the front of the jersey was that bright yellow or green, as the name is, it would be a 5. But 4 and 3.
I got 5 and 4. I really like the colors. I wish it was easier to read though. That's my biggest gripe. I think it's just hard to see. But if you do know what it says and you do know what the colors are, I think it looks really good.
I got 4s, 8 overall.
Uniforms at a 2, and city represents a 4, total of 6. I really like the hat. That's what actually just makes it a 2. Other than that, I don't like the jersey. You can't see it like you guys said. The back, and you can't even see the number either. You literally can just see the name on the back, and that's not what matters. It should be the team, not the individuals. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. I give it a 3 and a 3 for a total of 6. I'm not the biggest fan of the hat and the front of the jersey. Like they said, it's kind of hard to read. But I like the bright green. That's pretty interesting. And the representation, I don't think there's really much there to represent the city itself.
Yeah, I give it wait, what did I give it? Oh, 3-2. Yeah, I don't know too much about Tampa Bay or anything, but I really don't like the jersey.
Well, Tampa Bay is not a city. There's Tampa, but Tampa Bay is not even a city, so that's kind of frustrating. And they're in St. Petersburg, so they're kind of similar to the Angels when it comes to confusion.
And there it is again. Collective score, Joe.
Confusion of where they are.
Tampa Bay sounds cool.
There we go.
6.8.
We got 6.8 for Tampa. Not bad, actually.
You get mad when I mentioned the Angels. I was kind of
Not surprised you brought them back up. I was just say that. Detroit Tigers. This is a Motor City car industry inspired uniform, obviously for Detroit. Motor City's on the front. The texture on the front and the back of the uniform, the light blue, is a tire track texture on there. So it kind of gives you that little bit of more there. The VIN number on the side of the uniform is either the side or the tag. Represents like a bunch of like championships, the year that they were made, all that kind of stuff. Also similar to what cars are with each VIN number there. So a lot of stuff doing with cars. All right, Bryce, start off.
I got 2 for uniform and 5 for representation.
Same here. I think it represents the city perfectly, but the uniform just could be better.
I got 4 and 5, so 9.
I have 1 for uniform and 4 for represent. I just can't stand the hat, and I feel like with all these jerseys, it's just they're going on a black and black, and it's just it seems lazy. It's getting lazy in my opinion. So there's a fly. There's a fly that's been like bothering the crap out of me.
You had it.
I'm giving the uniforms a 4 and the representation a 5 for a total of 9.
Did I get it?
I really like the font of the jersey. And when I think of Detroit, I think of cars. So it's pretty cool that they have the VIN number on the side of the jersey. I really like the tire marks on the jersey. It looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Spider-Man's suit. Kind of has like that web look going on. But I really like the font, especially on the back. The hat, I haven't really seen it, but
It just says Detroit on the top with that dark blue, so nothing too
It's
special
dumb,
there.
yeah.
yeah. But it looks pretty solid.
I give it a 3 and a 4. I don't like the like it's interesting, it's creative, the tire tread like stuff. I just think it doesn't look that good on there. But I do think it represents the city pretty good.
Collective score
7.3.
7.3. All right. We move on to Cleveland. They have a pretty much retro style uniform in this one. Nod to the 1980s uniform that they used to wear. Also, in the numbers and the font, it has to do with the Guardians of Traffic statues in Cleveland. Not sure what they look like or how they are really represented, but that's what the font texture is supposed to be representing there.
The Guardians of Traffic statues, like the actual statues. Oh, bless you.
They're like statues on the bridges and stuff
Really?
that look like guardians. That's what they kind of. What? That's what they're
No,
like.
no, not you, not you, not you.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
You're crapping your pants?
All right, Bryce, start off.
Shit.
I got
Whose shit is that?
2 for 4.
Yeah.
I got 4 and 1 for 5.
I got 1 and 2 for 3.
I have 2 and 2. I really like the piping actually, which you can't really see. That goes back to the retro. And for the represent with the city, I think they missed opportunity with like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right there. It's literally right there, and they just didn't incorporate that at all. Like when they had the All-Star game there, they completely incorporated
Yeah, that's
that.
true.
But now City Connect, it's not even there. So that's 4.
Pretty solid uniforms out of 3, and the representation out of 2 for a total of 5. I kind of have the same feelings from with this jersey compared to the Braves. Just looks refurbished, I would say like that. But pretty solid jersey. For the representation, I don't really see it a lot on the jersey. I've been saying that the whole time today. But I like it, but I don't love it.
I give it a 4 and 2 for 6.
Collective score, Joe?
4.5.
4.5. That's low. All right, St. Louis Cardinals. We have the nickname the Lou represented on the front. Very similar to the spring training uniforms that they had. The STL on the top of the hat is coming back from the old St. Louis team. I'm not sure what team it is. It's not the Cardinals, but the old St. Louis team that was there before them. That's where the font comes from. On the side, you have the arch and the fleur-de-lis representing the city as well in that. All right, Bryce, start off.
I got 3 and 3 for 6.
I got 2 and 2 for 4.
I got 3 and 5 for 8. I just really don't like the hat, but I like the jersey.
I have 5, 3 for the uniform, 2 for the representative city. I can't stand the hat. I do like the Lou. I do like the red jersey because they haven't had a red jersey. It's been spring training jerseys for red. So it's nice to have a red jersey, but I wish they'd had more to the arch. I really wish they had more of that. And the rivers in there as well.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Yeah, I went 3 and 3, 6 as well.
Collective score, Joe.
Yeah, if they would have had like the arch.
Right. It's just their spring training jersey, but it says the Lou instead of Cardinals. It's
5.8.
Yeah.
5.8
I like the
for
bird.
St. Louis. All right, move on. Toronto.
that's what
This
you were
is
talking
a
about.
black uniform representing the city on the front. Skyline of the Toronto area. I'm not sure where the colors are coming from, but it's supposed to represent like nightlife energy. So I'm guessing more like the neon light kind of feel. All right, Bryce, start it off.
It was a horrible day.
I got 5 and 5 for 10.
I got 4 and 4 for 8. It's just missing something for me. Just missing a little something.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, mine's a 10 as well. I love the skyline. I like the colors. The hat's awesome as well. I do wish it popped a little bit more, but it's still a 10 out of 10.
That's my biggest problem.
They can't see Toronto.
It's hard to see,
Yeah.
but I think it still looks good.
Yeah, I'm right there with them. I really like how they have the skyline. I think more jerseys should do that,
Yeah.
especially if they're trying to like represent the city. Like, why not incorporate physical buildings? The representation, I think the jersey does a perfect representation of the city because it actually has the city on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the colors. They pop. My only critique of it is that I can't really see Toronto as well.
Yeah, I went with 4s as 8. I do like the jersey a lot. The only thing I would change is like the main color. I don't really like the black that much because you can't really see Toronto or the outline that much. I feel like it would look better if they used like a red or some shit. You know, just another solid brighter color.
Collective score, Joe.
9.3.
9.3. So that's winning, huh? That's winning.
That's going to win.
All right.
I think that's gonna win.
Probably going to win, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Minnesota. This actually represents the whole entire state, the wildlife, the nature, and obviously the lakes with the rippled text. The MN logo is brand new. We've never seen before. Similar to the M logo that they use now, though. Logo on the hat is the state outline with some rippled effects inside of there as well. All right, Bryce, what do you got?
I got 0 and 2 for 2.
I got 1 and 4 for 5. I actually think I like the water. It's 10,000 lakes. I think it looks good. But the uniform just is a miss for me.
The pants are a different color than the
Yeah.
jersey.
I got 1 and 0 for 1.
I got 0 and 1 for 1. I know that the hat I do like actually. You can't really see it, but it's the state and then it's starred or whatever for that part. But the jersey has like you can't really see it from this angle point, but there's like the waves is what they want for the 10,000 lakes, but they're going in all different directions. The pattern is just it doesn't match whatsoever. And
Waves go in different directions.
Yeah, that's what I like about it, though.
yeah, it's hard to explain, but Miles knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's just different currents that are going in different ways, so it looks awful in my opinion, and the
Yeah.
MN looks awful as well. So it's a 1.
It's like unpleasing to the eye
Correct.
because there's no symmetry, there's no congruency.
Right.
or
It's
anything.
just
Dude, I'm glad we got Richard on here, man, dude.
I'm giving it a really low score. I'm giving it a 0 for the uniform and a representation 1. I think whoever designed this should like really reconsider their career.
Get fired.
Or yeah.
Awesome.
Actually,
Get out of
yeah,
Minnesota.
reconsider. This is not being mean. I gave it a 0 and a 2. Honestly, like the blues don't even match. They could use a different color pants. The jersey's not that bad. It's just it looks more like a soccer jersey to me.
That's right.
Yeah, it
Not really
does.
baseball.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I'm giving it a low score.
Dang, it does look like a soccer jersey.
Yeah.
Even with the logo on that left side and no
Yeah.
number up there.
Yeah.
And the
They
sleeves
just,
are
they just
different
need
colors.
a sponsor.
It
That
is
would be
right
sponsored.
under.
That would be a pretty cool soccer.
The sleeves are different colors, and yeah, it's just gross.
So see, like whoever designed them, reconsider do soccer jerseys
Yeah,
instead.
that's what they should do actually. Collective score.
It's like a
Solid 2.
That's
Right, that's
insane.
rough.
Probably the worst one.
Shit.
All right, last one here.
Let's go.
Los Angeles Dodgers
I know, this is a-
debuted yesterday.
Five.
I don't know too much. I mean, I know a lot about this uniform, but not. I think you guys already know most about it. It's supposed to represent the city of dreams and dreamers. The confetti look is supposed to represent the different stadium seat colors within Dodger Stadium. The number reasoning behind it, I don't know too much besides the font is taken from the LA Memorial Coliseum. Same with the front text as well. So
I'm reminded of like the Hollywood sign a little bit.
No, it looks like the DirecTV logo.
Dude, that's my
Like-
opinion.
Your opinion's wrong.
God.
Yeah, Miles.
Next time, get the mic down there.
But I really like it though.
Really? You can't see the hat. The hat's my favorite part.
I don't like the hat though.
Really?
Yeah. You know,
Did you see the hat?
I've never been a fan of the
I always
Disney.
wanted them.
It's
to,
not Disney.
but
It reminds me of Disneyland.
It's like
The
It's
Disney
it's LAD. So it's the Dodger like the Los Angeles Dodgers. Lad. Yeah, that's their.
sound
Yeah,
pretty
from
biased.
LA.
You sound pretty
actually from
biased.
LA.
But it's like the Dodgers spring training hat combined
Yeah.
with their LA hat, and it's LAD, and it's one big logo. And then the underbill is like
That
a.
ones way better than the last ones, that's for sure.
Kettler bought one yesterday.
I did not.
I'll be biased.
It's on his way.
Yeah.
He bought
You
it.
didn't post on your story after the game yesterday.
Because they lost 7-2.
I saw the
He
other
had to run out of it.
He had to delete his story.
Get him next time.
He had to delete his story.
I got 3 for 6.
Oh, why?
Same thing. 3 and 3 for
Me
6.
too, actually. What the heck?
3 and 3
I
for
have a
6.
0 and a 1.
You're a
They're,
hater.
Bias.
they look like confetti. Somebody gotta say it. Confetti,
Pop-Tarts.
confetti Pop Tarts.
The Pop Tarts.
And the biggest thing, I understand.
I don't
I don't know if you guys see, but the name is underneath the numbers,
I like it.
and
Yeah.
it's 05. Like
That's cool.
who has it? That's a terrible to have it. And Gavin Lux had 09 yesterday, and Kevin Biggio had 06. Like it just looks stupid. And then the number the name underneath the number is also dumb.
I will say.
And then Otani, like I know it's cut off numbers, right? But you see Will Smith and you see Freddie Freeman's there, and you see the 0 and the 5's kind of cut off. But when you look at Otani's, it doesn't look cut off on the number, so it doesn't even look uniform. I understand because it's a different type of number, but it doesn't even look uniform.
Well, he can't
It's
do
cut
it.
off,
Yeah.
but
Can't do
it
anything
doesn't
about
look
that.
uniform. I understand it is, but it doesn't look like it.
I like that they stepped out of the box. We've never seen names underneath
Yeah.
the numbers before,
I like that.
and I think that's that. I
That's
give
a
them
good point.
props
Oh,
for
yeah.
that for even just doing it because we've never seen
might
that
have to change
before.
my
And the number above the front font too.
See that I see that all the time when it comes to hockey, so I think that looks fine to me.
Yeah.
I'm so used to that. But yeah, for baseball, yeah, we don't see that very often up top. But Richard, what do you got for it?
Yeah, so I got it 8. I got 4 and 4. It would be higher, but I'm not the biggest fan of the hat. I think if they would have redesigned the hat to match the font of the jersey itself, I would think it would be pretty interesting if they would do like an LA Dodger hat with
They
the
should have done a
font.
white
Just
hat.
put a DirecTV hat on. Like,
A white
that's
hat.
I think it
literally
might
there.
work.
It's a clean. It feels futuristic. It feels
It's the same
It feels very
company.
It feels
Like how they're
very
standing by
modern.
a curb.
Yeah.
It feels modern,
They gotta cover
but
the
not
city.
trying too
That's,
hard.
that's the best picture of the city they could get.
Yeah.
They're standing in front of
They just
Being
gotta
a
cover the
curb.
city.
Yeah, they're like an.
It was the only
Everpark.
spot they didn't have graffiti on it.
Yeah, I got the same score as Richard. I think they're way better than the last ones. They're not the best. I like the hat way better. The spring training with just the D.
Yeah.
Representing, I give it a 4 just because this is like known as that Dreamers, California Dream type thing. But yeah,
I would have liked the star, like a Hollywood star in there somehow.
Ooh, yeah.
I would have liked that.
I could see that with like the number inside.
front, yeah.
There's a lot to do. Like you could do a lot with
The
this.
Hollywood sign font, the
Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
I think if they would have done like the Hollywood logo, but like just
Yeah.
LA or Dodgers, that would have been pretty cool.
I think that would have been
Yeah.
great.
Or like with
Well-
the hillside or like the skyline of LA.
They can make another uniform because it looks like
They already
They need to
have
hire
how
me.
many
They
they
need to
want.
hire me.
So.
They need to hire me.
Collective score, Joe.
5.8.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
kind of surprising.
It's because of because this guy's a hater.
All right,
They're
well, hey,
atrocious.
that
It's better than the.
These are
It's
not
better than the
worse than the
Angels
first
one.
ones.
You're better
Yeah.
than this game where they won.
Yes.
well, hey, that represents all 29. We ranked them all. Jill, what was our number one? I think it was Toronto, right?
Toronto.
Yep.
Toronto. So Toronto got our highest rating,
Houston
so
was
that was
2.
number one. Houston was 2. Chicago's, I think, were up there, right?
Phillies.
Philadelphia.
Oh, Philly.
Oh, yeah.
Philly.
Phillies
And
was
then
9, and then
Houston.
Houston was 8.1.
Wow, okay, so that's top 3. That's a podium for us. We got pretty good top 3, I think. I think it's
Yeah,
actually pretty good
I
top
think
3.
I think we need to do this again because someone messed up.
All right, guys. Well, hey, appreciate you guys all joining me. Help me out with
Thanks
this
for having
episode.
us.
Thank you guys for
Yeah,
listening
thanks for having
or
us.
watching. If you guys want to see more of us, check out the links down below for Instagram, Twitter. We post whenever we make new episodes. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe so you guys get notified for more of us in our episodes for rankings. Shit. But I appreciate you guys tuning in to this one. Have an awesome weekend. And we'll see you guys
Cereal.
later.
Cereal.